This is Sam from Team Rebirth, and I'm coming at you today with my Gadget deck profile. We haven't uploaded many videos for a while, and I apologise, but I'm going to get this channel back going again. We're going to become active as often as we can, basically, so I'm going to get this straight into it. Start with 3 tin goldfish. When it's normal summoned, you can special summon level 4 monster from your hand. It's a machine, it's a water, and it's got 2000 defense, which doesn't really matter, but it's nice. I don't know. The water's obviously for Dweller. The machine is because it's searchable and it makes Gear Guidance Cross. So yeah, 3 of those gives the deck the speed. Second thing, 3 copies of Kage. This is basically if they Veiler your goldfish. That's the ideal situation to use it in, but you can just use it with a gadget and make a rank 4. Whatever. It's a brilliant card. I love it. Okay, and then, sorry, I should have probably explained the effect. When you normal summon a level 4 monster, you can special summon this from your hand. You can't use this synchro material. So, it doesn't make anything miss timing either, if you know about those kind of rulings. Okay, then into the main core, we've got 3 red Gadget, 3 yellow Gadget, and 3 green Gadget. What these do is when you normal or special summon one, they search the next one in the chain. It goes red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, green. Or you can start on yellow and it goes yellow, green, red, yellow, green, red, whatever. So they'll always cycle round until you run out of all 9, and you can use stuff like Digosto Emerald and stuff to put them back in, Pot of Avarice, stuff like that. But the most important thing about them is they're all machines, so you can make Guidance Cross, and if one gets veiled, you can search it, search the missing one off the Guidance Cross. So they're good. Then again, onto the machine synergy. 3 Machina Gear Frame, 2 Machina Fortress, and 1 Cannon. Okay. Fortress is a Stratos for these. What that means is, when he's normal summoned, he adds one of these from your deck to your hand. Any Machina monster except Gear Frame. And his other effect is, he's a Union monster, so while he's on the field, you can equip it to another machine type monster you control, and if that monster will be destroyed, destroy the Gear Frame instead. That's non-optional too, just for silly little things. Then Fortress. This is the main card, what this whole little engine's about. You can discard machine type monsters in your hand that level equal 8 or more to special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. When this card is destroyed by battle, destroy a card your opponent controls. When it's targeted by a monster effect, look in your opponent's hand, take a card out. Even if their monster's veiled, this was still targeted, so you still get that effect. So, for example, if your opponent tries to Big Eye it, you can go, value your Big Eye, take a card out your hand. So, it's good. And then Cannon. It doesn't look like much, but it's a level 8 Machina, machine type, that you can discard to just bring Fortress straight out of the grave. Sorry. So a play I enjoy doing is summon Gear Frame, search Cannon, don't search the Fortress, search Cannon, then special summon Kage off this summon, then you overlay into the Laval Wall Chain, which I'll go through in a bit, and then you send the Fortress to the graveyard, and you discard this. Basically, you turn 2 cards into a Fortress and a Chain. So, it's pretty productive. Sometimes it might be nice to make the Gadget play, but if you don't have that, that's always a good play to put on board, because Fortress is pretty intimidating. Okay, anyway, enough of Fortress. On to the rest of the monsters. 2 Redox, Dragon Rule of Boulders. You can banish 2 Earth monsters from your Earth or Dragon, type monsters from your hand or your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand or your graveyard. During the end phase of your opponent's turn, if this card was special summoned, return it to your hand. You can discard this card and 1 other Earth monster to select 1 monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. Basically, this is the nuts. This is brilliant. It's like a second double summon, so it gives you another summon with a gadget, because you can go summon a gadget as long as you've got a monster in your graveyard, search the next one, Redox effect, discard the Redox and the gadget, special summon the gadget and the gadget that you discarded, and then you search off that gadget. And then this just pops out your grave next turn, 3,000 defense, and then basically your opponent most of the time can't get over it, and then it comes back to your hand, and it's another double summon. The other thing that's pretty cool about it is it can just pop out, and 1600 makes a difference. This needs to, think about it this way, this needs to hit 5 times, and that's game. So the extra 1600 pokes are going to do something. And then I play 1 effect Veiler, because I think you need to. But I don't. I don't know. I've got more than 1, but I like that number in this deck. Then anyway, on spells. 2 double summon. Self-explanatory. You can normal summon again. You can only activate 1 double summon per turn. I was going to play Chain Summoning over it, because that's a pretty cool card. But I'll sorry, I'll have to check that out. Then limiter removal. I play lots of machine type monsters, being Fortress, some of my extra deck. It can push for game. It's a cheeky little card. It's good as well, like if you got double summon and gadgets, summon the gadgets, attack, drop limiter, and then they would be destroying the end phase. Oh, sorry. This doubles the attack of all machine type monsters and they're destroyed in the end phase. But then you can exceed into the Gigant, or any XYZ basically. But I prefer Gigant because I like Gigant. Pot of Avarice, staple. Shouldn't have to explain. Reborn, staple. MSTs and Heavy Storm, again, staple. Ultimate Offering, pay 500, summon, staple, draw it to win condition. 2 copies of Bottomless Trap Hole. I like the card. I think it's good, but some people don't. I do. This is my little tech card. I like this. Compulsory Escape Device. Each player selects 1 monster they control and shuffles it into the deck. It's an out. Is your thing. This deck's very control reliant and relies on pluses. If you're trying to make something pretty big, this gets it out of the way. Then 2 Fiendish Chain. Yeah, Fiendish Chain's a good card. There's just no arguing about that. It freezes a monster and negates a monster's effect. It's just a good card. Both Solemns and a Starlight. So that's the main board. The extra deck is as follows. 2 copies of Gigant Cross. Detach 1, add a machine. Made 2 level 4 machine types. King of the Virulence, search Chicago to Kage. Gemknight Pearl, it's 2600 beta, and it kills, it's 2600 vanilla, so it can't get Fiendish Chained, and it's an Earth, so you can banish it for Redox. Marrowgeist. Lind is a card. Yaksha is a card, Viking Yaksha. Stuff like that. Diamond Direwolf, that's again another out. Just summon a Template, get a gadget, or gadget in a Kage. Drop that, pop it, like for example if they've got a Drexack, and it's not dragons because they can just pump them out like anything. You can go Template, gadget, attack, the 2 tokens, main 2, make a Direwolf, kill the Drexack. So, pretty cool. Maestro, standard. Chain. It dumps redox and yeah, it puts redox in the graveyard and it puts fortress in the graveyard. Also, there's been times where I haven't had a gadget, so I've had to use this to stack a gadget, which hasn't been fun, but when needs must. Emerald, it's a mini Pot of Avarice. Pot of Avarice is so essential in this deck, so this helps a hell of a lot. I mean, I had a situation today where my opponent, I think he warninged my Dweller. I think it was Jake from the team, that was it. He warninged either my Dweller or my Marigeist. So I made the Emerald and put it back under Ultimate Offering to make it again so I could kill his Yaksha and go off on him basically. Cowboy, steals games, Dweller, essential. Now I think this is the most staple Xyz. So many things are grave based. Then into the 3 level 4s. Shockmaster, as Jake would say, you want to spaff this out as much as possible. This card's a game winner. If you come out his first turn with, well, 3 cards, Kage, Tin Goldfish and a Gadget, this is game changing. Normally call spells, but except if you know what you're against. Spells are normally the best option. At the moment. I don't know. And then, Evil Swarm Ouroboros. This card's just too sick. It's so versatile. It's an out, it's offensive, it's like huge. It's a dragon I can banish for Redox, which I only really remembered the other day. And also, it's so offensive, like, because you can just take cards out of your opponent's hand. And then the last card, which I picked up today, number 74, Master of Blades. 2 level 7s, Redox and Fortress. This would be a Drake sack if I could get my hands on one, but apparently nobody has them. So, carry on looking, but at the moment I prefer this. See how things go. But I really like this. It kills bear, it kills most things. You just don't want to get over it, and it's huge. It's 2,750 attack. And then finally I play Starlight Road, so I play Stardust. Yeah, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed my deck profile of my tinplate gadgets. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Rebirth out.